Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, and we are back with more Yggdra today. Let's get right into it. Heading straight for the Land of Ruin. Oh yeah. The royal army had fallen into the enemy's trap and was surrounded, but betrayal by the enemy assassin Elena allowed them to barely escape. The Fantazinians were now within Lost Ares, the Land of Ruin, where the scars of the Great Sorcery War still remained. Meanwhile, the Imperial Army was preparing its troops to welcome the Royal Army. Well, at least we'll have a welcome party. Alright, here we go. Yeesh, where do we start? A word, Lady Killia. Why are you helping us? Hey, yeah! You seemed pretty down on the kingdom before. What's gotten into you? None of your business. I do whatever I feel like. If you must know, I came because I knew you're such a klutz. What? Why, you... Hold, Squire Milano. Lady Killia has been a great help. Milady, I thank you on behalf of my princess. Stow it! I'm not here to be fawned over by royal lapdogs. Easy now. We need some clues on Yggdra's whereabouts. There's a bunch of enemies out here. Looks like we've got some company. Let's get them. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Alright, locate Yggdra's whereabouts. So, Milanor and Killia both considered vital. Sure. Whatever. We get 3 units. I'm thinking we go... Durant. We go... Roswell. We definitely would go Roswell no matter what here. I'd love to do Russell, but I still want to save Yashimaru if I can. And this map is really not very hard. Because if we save the Yashimaru, then we'll have Russell, who's got really, really good stats on a map that's actually somewhat difficult. Rather than using him, gaining a little bit of experience, but losing good equipment. That said, hold on, I should check to see... Like, we have another Russell equipment, right? We have the Densantetsu, which is attack and tech up. Makes you good against golems. It's not nearly as good. Heavy counter percentage up is really strong. Alright, yeah, I guess we just go Nietzsche. We don't go... I mean, if I thought that Cruz was any good whatsoever, I would bring him, but I don't. Yeah, I guess we'll just bring Nietzsche, and we'll just go with those 3. I don't think we need to heal morale. The enemies here are not exactly powerful. Alright, so we'll go with our usual power cards. Flame, Sanctuary, Banshee's Cry. Sanctuary is actually getting up there into the power card territory. It's almost as strong as Shield Barrier now. I mean, I think this is a map where you just kind of bring everything. Sure, whatever. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Yeah, whatever. There we go. Perfect. 20 cards is a lot. It really is. Alright, so our win condition is to locate Yggdra's whereabouts, which we're gonna have to look around to figure that out. Geography-wise, we're all in Wasteland, so Milanor is once again unbeatable. Then we've got, let's see, a bunch of enemies. If we go north, we can get an enemy, like force an enemy union pretty easily. That would hit, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, that's pretty good. If you find a town, gather information there. Okay, well, what do we do here? Let's see. So the way this is positioned, we really want a male union leader, because that would let us get everybody else involved. Let's see. So this is going to be Imperial Soldier so it's going to be Assassin, Fencer, then Griffin Rider. No, it'll be Assassin, Fencer, Griffin Rider, Assassin. Alright, they've only got 2170. Let's think for a minute. Okay, I'm just gonna use Flame. Okay, so what this gives us right now. So we take Millinor out, and that gives us Killier against a Fencer, which is kind of an awkward. But it gives us Durant against the Fencer, and then the rest of it's very doable. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Roswell's up against an Archer, but that's fine because he's on the charge, and we've got an activated card. And Assassins just have horrible gen. It's a trait that they all share, regardless of where you find them. So this will take it down to 1, and then we should be able to finish it off no problem from here. It's also worth noting that the enemies, the enemy squad here does not have shield barrier. They have the Geo card, Rockfall, if I'm remembering correctly. I think that's the image that I saw. Oh, right. Assassin, Void Dart. Careful. Okay, that's 110%. That's not so bad. It's nice to get a full 100-0 kill with Flame, of all things. That was a really good charge. So much so that going for an Unleash on Flame is not the right play. Alright, we get 25% extra damage with Killier, and we also dealt 100. Yeah, it's not bad. But you gotta be careful on this if you're doing something like this, where you're using Killier in fights, to not get her MVP, because it doesn't do you any good. Alright. So that Fencer survives, but that's okay. We're not really married to the idea of like wiping out every enemy all the time immediately. I need them to cancel me. I can't. I don't want to unleash this. I was gonna do it when there were 2 of them, but then we defeated one of them. So, whoops. It's all good. Yeah, I think ideally we end up with Roswell MVP on this map. Because it's pretty easy, so Roswell should be able to do it. Like the hardest part, but for Roswell is the archers. We already took one of them down. And we just took another one down, so. Should be fine, should be fine. We failed, yep. Get out of here. So that's one Imperial detachment gone. Now there's one left. Okay, so what I'm going to do is move Gilead up. Just in case Millinor gets charged, we're not getting any unions going. Okay. I mean, it's definitely suboptimal. We could do Roswell over there, up here, charge this guy, get a 3 union. Which one's the leader? It's this one. Okay. So he's way back in the back. Okay, so Roswell could come up here, do these 3, try to solo them, and that could work. I mean, they're not particularly strong, and Roswell's got decent stats. Yeah, alright. That'll kind of make up for the whole Killier thing on the last turn. Hold on, I should stop here. Make sure I pick up this medallion. If I charge here, I get everybody. If I charge here, I only get, or I get. Oh, so I get the archer if I charge here. Is that good? No, I think I charge here because the enemy unions don't form very well over on this side of the map. And the reason I've been putting so much extra effort and attention into Roswell at this point is because he's a rod unit, and the majority of enemies you face are weapon users. So having a really strong rod unit to counter them is pretty nice. Also, since he's a rod unit, he doesn't get countered by rods, so that's also pretty nice. Basically, he can fight everything except for archers at a pretty strong rate, and if he charges archers, he'll generally beat them. So, like, that's why I want to put some effort into Roswell. The same could be said if you had Rosary. She does basically the same thing. Rosary's a little bit less good against assassins because Roswell avoids their dark, but other than that, I mean, like, because she can go aggressive against them, so it's kind of a trade, just to trade it off. And they've got Mind Change, which this guy has like 1 tech, maybe 2. So, no. Well, that was okay. Was trying for a 4 survival, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Shield barrier is really strong, and there's no defensive terrain here, so we're kind of just sweeping these guys out. Alright, so that gives Roswell a massive lead in morale damage build. Okay, so looking at that, I think the thing to do is this. Just in case we get, we lure over the Hunter to charge Millinor. Like I said, it's a thing that can happen. This was a bad decision on his part, but I mean, it's the AI. They don't make good decisions. We're just gonna go aggressive with Millinor. We have so much attack. There's no point in waiting. I'm okay with Millinor getting some fighting, right? It's fine. It's not a problem. I just don't want him to do all the fighting, because if he does all the fighting, he gets another MVP bonus, and that's not useful. Okay, so now we're over here. We're at night, so that's a thing. Let's go ahead and go steal. Roswell can't get to anywhere useful regarding the guy over here. So let's go ahead. We can have Roswell fight this guy. That'd be fine. Other than that, I think we're just gonna go kind of on exploratory mode in the upper half. Yeah, if this guy wasn't a axe unit, I would have probably brought Grant over. But since he is an axe unit, I didn't. Alright. Nice, easy win. Let's see. Like over there? There's a town straight ahead. They may have some vital information. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think we leave Grant there. That means that if we get charged on Roswell, we have a Union. I think we just leave Nietzsche at the start, because she's not doing anything. Oh, why? What? Why would you do that? There's a town straight ahead. They may have some vital information. They might, you're right. Alright, so I think that means we go over here like this. I know it looks bad, forecast-wise, but we are on the charge, which is important. It's hunters in the day. I mean, like, what are you gonna do? They are units that you gotta deal with, but they are very, very powerful. They've got the, basically 1 out of every 3 turns, they have the advantage. Alright, so he's gonna have battle penalty. Yeah, so if we even win by just a little bit, we take him down. Well, that was not necessary. I will assert that was probably not necessary. It did make it work 100% of the time, but it was probably not necessary. I think because of the battle penalty, the only way that we would have lost with Roswell, because Roswell has 4 attack, we ended up with we would have ended up dealing like 1 damage. And after that, it would have been a little sketchier. Alright, time to look around. You have a lot of time on this map, and that's it. You have a lot of time on this map. I'm gonna get Roswell up to a very specific position here. You looking for someone? A young girl who's been being held by the Imperial Army? I'm not sure. Maybe someone in another town knows. Either way, could you take your battle somewhere else? I'm getting kind of sick of people fighting around here. The battle's done. Nobody else is fighting anymore. Spoils of war. Alright. So Roswell's just gonna kind of hang out on that square for a little while. Okay. A young girl? Nope, haven't seen any. Imperial soldiers did pass this way, though. I think they headed east. I don't know why they go that way. There's another town around here, though. Maybe they'll be able to help. Sorry, kids. Oh, visitors, welcome. I'm one of the world's few griffin breeders. Griffins look like they can't be tamed, right? Wrong. Griffins raised from birth are the sweetest little things. When they're mature, the griffin riders take them. A good friend of mine is a griffin rider. She rides a griffin called, Adleroge Luftgrief. Do you know them? Say hi for me if you see them. Alright. Keep moving. My lineage is old and very respected. My clan defeated Bronga, the feared dragon of Purgatory. They carried weapons you would not be fit to lift. I am sorry, please leave. I wonder. There's a town over there. Maybe the people there could tell us something. So yeah, see? This is the space. I moved Roswell here for a reason. What do we have here? Dragon Killer. You're looking for someone? A young girl? She's a captain of the Imperial Army? Oh, I did see her. Yes, they took a beautiful girl away. There's a prison east of here. They must have gone there. There was an Imperial higher up with her, too. What was his name? Golkasa, I think. That's not a higher up. That's the leader. I mean, it is a higher up, but, like, is that really how you'd say that? Okay, what have we learned so far? what we've heard, it seems like there's an east of here. Killia, you know this area, right? Do you know the place they were talking about? Sorry. Yeah, there's a fort if you head east from here. Past that, there's the Gate of Atonement. And even further, there's an old prison. A prison. I was pretty high up when I saw them, so I'm not positive. But that's probably where they're holding the princess. Prison, huh? Alright, that's where we're going. Let's get through here. Head for the waypoint. Sure. Doesn't look like the enemy is hiding anywhere. Alright, good. Let's go. Yeah, so we get a card refresh, which is nice. Not really necessary. We could have gotten there without card refresh, but it's okay. Are you sleeping? Yeah, he's sleeping. Okay. We go Necrogate. What about you? What about Millinor? Is Millinor fit to wield a hero's weapon? I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, this is based on your character's rep stat, which is not very useful most of the time, and it basically keeps track of how many consecutive clashes you win. Two treasures, one for strength, one for wisdom. Yeah, the thing about this map is the MVP turns it's incredibly long. You can kind of do whatever you want on this map and still get the +2 MVP. Okay. 10. Hit the last village. Orphanage. Calm down, guy. That's literally not what we're here for. Alright, found a treasure. The Soul Crucible. I don't know what that does, but it sounds important. Alright. Let's go ahead and just hit the flag. Here at last. Nessia. What the hell? You're that guy! I had to tell you something. It's about your princess. About Yggdra? What about her? You must hurry. Volcasa will soon finish unbinding his soul. If that happens, the princess will no longer be. Hurry. You must save her quickly. Hey! Wait! What's gonna happen to her? How is he even alive? What's this? Unbinding of the soul? We'll worry about that later. We've got to save her first. Alright, so... yeah, so this is one of those maps, you've got to get everybody to the map to the checkpoint. It's not that big a deal. Shoot, made it. Alright, we can do a little bit of tile saving, warping Roswell. Alright, yep, Nietzsche goes through, Durant goes through. And next turn, we finish the map. Roswell goes through. Right on schedule. Is everyone here? Esquire Millenor. Who was that? That's a great question. But he says that Yggdra's in danger. Who knows if we can trust him, but it sounds bad. Let's hurry. Alright, Roswell with +2 gen. We appreciate that. Yeah, so, like, I think that the MVP turns is like 30 something. It's an unbelievably long chapter if you just look at the turns, but it's really not that hard. It's really not that long. It's mostly just moving around. The enemies are weak, so you can kind of get your MVP bonus on whoever you want. It's pretty nice. It's probably a little bit harder to get it on a spear unit than any other unit because of the enemy composition, but it's not that bad. Because they're still beat, right? Esquire Millenor. Something is bothering me. What's up? Claiming news of the princess and urging us to hurry. Does this not seem like the makings of a trap to you? That assassin, Lady Elena, may have told them about us. An Imperial unit could be lying in wait to ambush us. Well, didn't Killier say there's a fort up ahead? I guess we'll find out when we get there. Alright, end of chapter. Now that was Land of Ruin. Next up, Gate of Atonement. Looking good. We are looking good. Okay, so without any further ado then, this has been Shadow SP. Really do thank you for watching. So, yeah, see you next time. Signing off.